One time, me and my friends were driving around our cars. I'm talking early 70s. We were all in high school. There was Mike was driving, and there was me, Scott, Carmichael, and Jones. And we were just driving around, basically just for practice driving. So we would drive anywhere, highway, city, country roads, and we'd do this all evening until wee hours of the morning. Well, it was dark black at night, and one of the things one of my friends would like to do was to make a police siren, and we would drive down the road, and Carmichael would be hanging out of the window, and he'd make this really annoying but very realistic cop siren. So wee, wee, something like that, only realistic sounding. So we're bored, we're driving around, and Carmichael decides he's gonna roll down the front window, lean out, and start doing his cop siren. And we're supposed to drive at highway speeds down the highway. Nobody's wearing a seatbelt. There's no seatbelt laws. So he decides to hang out the window. So we're laughing, getting a kick out of it. Half his body is hanging out the passenger side window. And then all of a sudden he stops. And he slides back into the seat on the inside of the car, and we say, "What's wrong? What'd you stop for?" And he says, "I dropped my glasses." Now, you have to understand something about Carmichael, is that he broke a pair of glasses about once a month, once every 6 weeks. His parents weren't rich, and these glasses were expensive. So, you can imagine how many new pairs of glasses they would buy Carmichael before they would say, "Okay, forget it." And that's what happened. They had said, "We're not buying you another pair of glasses." Now, keep in mind, Scott had already smashed up I don't know how many glasses that school year. So he had told us that, I said, "Well, your parents will get you a new pair. Like, it's dark at night. We're doing highway speeds." He lost his glasses in the blackness somewhere. We said, he says, "No, let's go and find him. We have to go find him." We said, "No, we're not going to find him because it's dark at night and there's other cars coming. We're going to get run over, and your parents can just buy you a new one." Okay, this is how kids think, right? Like money grows on trees. So he says, "No, I have to go back and get those glasses because I can't see anything without them. I need them for school. My parents are going to be really mad." So he said, okay, so Mike was, this is one of the good characteristics of Mike is he said, "Okay, we got to help him out." So, we're all behind him. So we somehow circled back around, kind of got to the point on the highway where we think he might have dropped them, and then Mike pulled over to the shoulder. Now, we know that he was hanging out the passenger side window, and they dropped. Now, we knew from our physics class that things drop straight down. Even though they're traveling forward, they drop down at the same rate as if you're just standing there dropping down. So we did all these ridiculous physics calculations in our head, even though none of us were any good at math. And we estimated where the glasses would be. So Mike pulled over the shoulder, put his headlights on bright, and we all got out of the car except for Mike's driving forward slowly, and we're all doing a ground sweep trying to look for his dark colored glasses on a dark night. So I'm thinking, this is hopeless. So we're going very, very slow, like maybe half of walking speed. We're shuffling along, looking down, and we found that, the headlights don't light up the ground until quite a ways out in front of the vehicle. So we had to be quite a ways out in front of the vehicle. So we're all proceeding forward, looking for Scott's glasses. And we're not saying anything. It's, a cool summer night, and we can hear the car's engine quietly humming in the background. So we're walking along. All of a sudden we hear this loud, we go, uh-oh, that's probably Scott's glasses. So we yelled at Mike. We said, stop immediately, because we knew that if he rolled forward anymore, he'd break them more. And if he rolled back, he might roll over them again and crush them even more. So we went to the passenger side forward tire, and we found it was like much too late. The car had already gone right over his glasses. And when Carmichael picks up the pieces, you could have put these things in a baggie, like a plastic baggie. And, then we drove around the rest of the night, went to 7-Eleven, buying a Slurpee, whatever. And then we went home. Scott was rather quiet for the rest of the night. Well, next Monday comes around, and we all show up for class. And who shows up but Scott? And he looked so terrible. His glasses had a big white piece of tape right here, and both lenses were shattered beyond belief, like all these little tiny shattered pie-shaped pieces. And then both arms were all white taped up. This is white athletic tape, so it couldn't be more obvious. Scott is all taped up. And he shows up to school, and he's looking through his shattered glasses like this. And we said, well, Scott, next time you hang out the window and do the siren scream, take your glasses off. Siren screaming class 101. That was my friend Scott's adventure for that Saturday night. More to come.